final segment of our client consult, I wanted to talk to Melody about management and training. And I think for management with the dogs and the guarding, and I know we're supposed to only work on one issue at a time, but I think with these two we can work on 2 issues because the leash reactivity is a little separate. But with the guarding, I think just getting her out of your bed, not letting her sleep with you, that would help. And then I'm thinking not on the furniture, but I know that's up to you. So ultimately, they wouldn't be able to be on your laps. And that would nip it in the bud because they're guarding you. So
Okay.
So just for, but it's your choice.
I will put her in crate.
I'm telling you, but what you do with it.
Everybody else in the family would be happy with that
I know,
suggestion.
the boys would like that too.
Everybody would like that.
So, but anyway, that's what you need to do for the guarding. But like you said, you kind of like it when she guards you. Although it's not helping with any strangers, to let you know. It's only setting the dogs up for failure.
So when a stranger comes, they go, well,
Well, no, because it's
They're
a
going to
different
protect you
situation.
anyway. It's a whole different situation. She's guarding you
From
that
another
zoo
dog.
from another dog, which is not going to help you with stranger danger.
I'm just thinking, so if it's just guarding, what happens if it morphs into something
Yeah, it could escalate.
more,
So you should,
and then she could actually attack her, right?
Yeah.
Because she's already been attacked once, but
except I don't see
Never
Patsy's tipping point with her, but you never know as she ages or as she is a dwarf and she has sore legs and. You know, I mean, she could be cranky one day because her legs hurt, and it could just escalate. And I just don't want anything horrible to happen to Hannah.
I'm like holding it as if I needed to hold it.
We just don't want it to escalate. So, and then as far as the management with the barking at the front door, that would be an issue of just not letting them have access to the front door. So either putting a curtain on the window, or not letting them run up to the front window and stand on the table and have the front door bark. So those are things that would have to be managed. And you know that, but
how do I keep her from the front door though?
you would have to put a curtain on the front door
That would be
to block I think blocking the view. Because what they're looking at is people walking up. What they do is they go outside and they look out the front little gate and they see people walking by and then they run in the house and they bark at the front door and they bark at the window. Because they can see it on the side gate. So if you put a visual block on that side gate like you did around the rest of the yard, that would keep them from looking down the front. You could do that and then they won't even see them to begin with. So what they do is they go outside, they look out the side gate is a cyclone fence. They can see to the street, and when they see people walking by the house, they run in through the dog door and then they jump at the front door. And so that could be managed by just putting a visual block like you did around the rest of the yard, a bamboo fence up.
I think I'll do that.
Yeah, and it'll keep Patsy from, and she's the one who's doing it. So I think that would help.
And it really triggers her.
Yes, it does trigger her. Because then she starts barking and
She
jumping.
can't see with her way.
She has poor vision, so it's not
Does she
her.
have poor vision in
She's
her
visually
eye?
impaired.
She just follows Patsy
She
to the
has no
door.
depth perception. It's really sad sometimes because she doesn't see curves.
But so in this nose work that you have, Ren, you really see how much she uses her
She
nose.
does.
She does use her nose.
I was hoping you would stay one week and watch.
And see how
Yeah.
she
She
uses
does
it.
really well.
Is that
And
why
she
they really-
likes it. She knows when it's Thursday. She knows when she didn't go.
Bodie loves it too. I drive all the way on Thursday and I'm like, I
Where do
hate
you
this
drive from?
Oakland. Oh, horrible. It's the worst
You
drive
too.
ever.
That's a bad
It's
drive.
the worst drive.
Because it's
At
the
6.
commute drive.
Oh.
It's the Thursday afternoon commute. It's horrible.
It's
So back to Patsy and management. As far as managing her, I think the real problem that she has is the leash reactivity. And she's environmentally sensitive, so if you start working her at home first, and then we escalate and move her outside so she doesn't escalate with her
So we
behavior.
do the clicking stuff around the yard and stuff, and then
Yeah,
we
and
start
loosely
taking her out.
walking, and then we start taking her into the neighborhood. So first you'll do it in the home setting and get her used to it. And I'll show you how to free feed when a little dog comes by. We'll free feed her, so she doesn't have to do anything to get the food.
You really think that will work?
Yeah, I really think it will work if it's a high value enough thing. It's
And-
not going to work with these.
And if you don't want to use the clicker, then you need to mark the behavior with a verbal.
Yeah, you can. If you don't want to use the clicker, you can mark the behavior with the verbal cue, and you can use praise. But I don't think praise is going to amp her up, and we don't want to do that. So we need to find something like the Little Wurst that she loves, and we need to use the high value or chicken breast.
I have some, I was gonna see how she likes it.
Yeah, and use that to see how if she would do okay.
So it doesn't matter if her owner throws it up.
Yeah, the dog, I know you're a
She'll
vegetarian,
eat that.
but she'll eat it. Yeah, so I think you, and then the other thing you can do with
Wait,
her,
Cindy, you
What?
really think that we can get her to, a little dog goes by and we'll be able to,
Mhm.
yes,
You
with
were-
distance. Yes.
something that has a higher value?
Yes, with a high value treat, it's gotta be the highest value thing
What's the
possible.
high value in the little dog though?
What do you mean? No, because you want her to pay attention to you and the treat, not the little dog. So if you start doing it at a distance and we practice and we practice and we decrease the distance, at some point, she's gonna get better and not as reactive. But right now, she's full on reactivity. It's horrible. I mean, you can't even work with her right now. And I know where she used to be, and I know what she's capable of, and I know, you know, what she is capable of, and I know
Watch her
she's a
left
really
arm.
good, yeah.
Barb,
That
that's
one.
really sensitive.
Which one?
Her left.
That side right there, where it's
I
pink.
don't think about
Your
it.
other left. I was like,
Like sometimes she'll yip.
it hurts. Yeah.
The
Yeah. You'll
one
see her,
that-
she does this.
Yeah. Yeah, you see
She'll
it?
change position, see it?
Like she's been.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's doing right now, because
Right
it
now,
hurts.
she's got a, it is hurting her, I can tell.
Yeah,
She's
she
Is
moves
it
hurting.
it
her paw or it's
It's
her?
the bone
It's the
plates.
bones.
And they can't
plates
do
are
anything
crooked.
about it.
Mhm.
Well,
Growth
she's
plates.
a dwarf, the growth plates are messed up, because she has actual
But
dwarfism.
only on that one side.
They're on both sides,
It's
but
on
that
both
one's
sides, but that
affected
one's
worse.
really
And
bad.
as she's getting older, it's getting
What,
more
I was just gonna
twisted.
say, it's gonna be
Oh, it's more
badly
twisted, and
damaged.
she's getting fat again. Hannah's been feeding her, so.
She's actually, the best she's ever looked is when I went
Couple
to
months
Japan.
ago.
No,
When
that's
I
when I went
took
to
her.
Japan and you had her. I came back, she was,
But she was biking 3 miles a day with me. But
She
yeah.
probably needs to lose some weight because it'll be better. on
Yeah,
the
she's
joints.
chubby right now. She's starting to get thick again. She had lost weight after Christmas, but
yeah,
So-
Hannah and I feed her.
It's,
Yeah.
that's kind of really bad on that one side.
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Barb's making you feel
I'm
really
telling you it is, now you're going, oh my God, you're right, it's really bad.
Just have to look. They can't put a, can they put a steel plate in there to make it
No,
straight?
they would have to re-break it, and they said that it's not.
You can't,
Yeah.
we have the x-rays and the plate in here that your wrist comes off of, her foot, it's like
So-
these grew longer and this is tighter.
Yeah, but they grew wrong, so there's nothing.
So
you
you
can
know
do.
when you're walking her, right? And you're walking her a lot, and she sees those dogs, is she pulling? Is that hurting? Is that putting pain?
She goes.
She goes into
Right,
the
she goes
zone.
into, I know, she goes into, her
But
eyes roll on the
even,
back of
like,
her head and she
No.
doesn't listen.
Probably the pressure. I mean, if
I'm
she,
just wondering if
I
it
can
hurts
bite
her,
her.
that makes her sensitive
she
too.
will still bike and she's
Yeah.
fine. She's not any worse off than she is tonight.
Right, I can bike her and she will run and run and run because she loves biking so much. And when we're biking, she doesn't go after squirrels, she doesn't go
Because
after
she's
dogs.
moving forward fastly,
Yeah.
and she can't concentrate on anything else. The same with when
So
I bike
that's
her.
good.
That is good, but we need to work on the slow times when
When
I'm
I'm
walking,
walking her.
when you're walking her. And so I think the management and the training. So if we just start working her outside and in her own environment, and just start working it. Yeah. Do you want me to show you?
Well, you were showing me there.
Yeah. But I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Patsy, come. Sit. Good girl. So what you want to do with her is ask her for a behavior, and then you click when she gives you the behavior, and then you reward.
Okay.
So, Patsy, down. Good girl. Patsy, sit. Good girl. And then with the loose leash walking, obviously we'd have a harness on her, a front clip harness. And we used it when she went to dog school with us, to dog training school. And I have a front clip harness. I'll show you what it looks like.
Is that
the
can we-
Paco?
Is
Or
it,
you can get an Easy Walker or a Sensation. They sell them
okay.
on the open market. You know, typically, Patsy.
You can edit that
Because
out.
No, I'm not going to edit it. That just shows her naughty behavior.
That's
It's not that
okay.
naughty.
That's how you're correcting her.
That's
when
not
she
even
gets
that
to be
naughty.
supposed to.
She jumped up for a treat.
Let's
but-
look at her looking at her hand. She's
I know. She says,
eat
I
it.
need a good girl. But you have to work for it, Patsy. So let's show you. Come on.
Ah,
Heel. Heel. Come. She has an inverse knee.
Zazu.
Yeah.
Zazu.
Come on.
Zazu.
She's going into a sit. So anyway, we don't have a big enough space right here, but we just work with her and click and treat, I'm not working with Zazu right now.
But look, she's being so good.
Heel. Patsy. She won't work because Zazu's in the way. This is like
Well,
a free resource.
do you want me to move her?
Yeah, pick up Zazu.
Zaz, I'm
Zazu.
not gonna pick her up. Zazu, come on.
Come on.
Zazu.
Come on. Come on, Zazu. Go, mom. Zazu, come on. Here, take a treat. Go, take a treat. Here. I'm not gonna go with that. Here, Patsy, come on. Zazu, go. Go. Patsy. I'm gonna grab a leash. Crazy dog. Sorry about this. What? Let's see if there's a
Intermission.
leash anywhere. No.
Yeah, there is.
So we're unprepared.
No, we're not.
Mom has a
You
leash.
have the wrong bag.
Oh,
Designer bag.
okay. We're gonna put one of the Zazu's little come.
Whoa.
Settle. Patsy, settle.
There's
Oh.
Okay.
Settle.
Someone's extremely excited and thinks
Settle.
they're going for a WALK. So I'm not gonna put the leash on her right now because she's having naughty behavior. But anyway, we would work with her. Sit. Good girl. Click, treat. Walk 3 steps, click and treat. Walk 3 steps, click, treat. Eventually, hopefully, when you start getting a trigger look,
When she looks at you.
when she looks at me all the time, consistently, like right now, hopefully that will transfer into the real world.
And she stops going like this while your
Yeah.
hand moves.
And then eventually, you know, she could be in the presence of small dogs if her reactivity goes down. And it just, you know, I've done it, Melody, it works. You know,
Well,
it's
I've
just